Good morning, Mickey.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Mia.
And we are Good Morning Mickey.
Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Hump day!
Today is Wednesday, September 18th, 2019, and we can see the weekend from here.
There was an important event that we missed on Friday that we need to talk about.
That's right. On September 13th, during the War of 1812, Francis Scott wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, which became our national anthem in 1931.
Here's a short clip to tell you about this event.
The Star-Spangled Banner is the national anthem of the United States of America. This familiar song has a long and interesting history dating back more than 200 years to September of 1814. The new United States of America, barely more than 20 years old, was at war once more with Great Britain, in a war called simply the War of 1812. War had been raging for more than a year and a half when a young American lawyer named Francis Scott Key was sent to a British ship, the HMS Minden, to negotiate the release of some American prisoners. The negotiations took a long time, and because Key had heard the British planning an attack on Baltimore, Maryland, they wouldn't let him go until after the battle. On September 13th, 1814, the British attacked Fort McHenry as Francis Scott Key watched anxiously from a ship a few miles away. The battle was so fierce that Key was worried that the British would win. As the sun set, the sky turned red, giving a last glimpse of the American flag as the battle continued into the darkness. The fight raged on all through the rainy night, but once the rockets' red glare and bombs bursting in air stopped, Francis Scott Key could no longer see which flag was flying above the fort. It wasn't until morning, as the early light of dawn revealed the aftermath, that he could see that the American flag still flew, meaning that they had not been defeated. Key was so inspired that the next day he wrote a poem on the back of a letter he had in his pocket, and on September 16th, he was released in Baltimore, where he completed his poem. It was originally titled Defense of Fort McHenry, and was printed in newspapers from Georgia to New Hampshire. The poem was set to music, and various versions became popular, but it wasn't until 1889 that the song was first adopted for official use by the Navy. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson ordered that the Star-Spangled Banner should be played at military occasions, and President Herbert Hoover signed the bill that officially adopted it as the national anthem on March 4, 1931. Although the song has 4 verses, most Americans today are only familiar with the first verse of the Star-Spangled Banner, which is sung everywhere from baseball games to firework displays and 4th of July celebrations. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Star-Spangled Banner. Goodbye till next time.
There is another event in history related to the War of 1812 today as well.
It was on this day in 1793 that our first president, George Washington, laid the cornerstone to the Capitol buildings.
The Capitol building is the large domain building in Washington, D.C. That is where the Congress meets.
It was finished in 1811, but during the War of 1812, the British set fire to the Capitol building.
Much was burned, but a rainstorm put out the flames and saved it from total destruction.
Another interesting fact about the Capitol building is that it was used as a hospital during the Civil War.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know all of that.
In other news, we want to congratulate the softball girls for their hard work last night against Adamsville.
It's getting kind of hot, so let's head over to the weather desk to get a check on the weather.
Good morning, Mickey. I'm Katie Beth, filling in for Haley. And I'm your normal Mia. For today, there is a 20% chance of rain.
There will be thunderstorms in the afternoon, so make sure you have your rain jacket handy.
Thanks, girls. Tomorrow night is our last football home game of the year.
It will also be our 8th grade night, where we recognize our 8th grade cheerleaders and football players.
Festivities is at 5:30 with a 6 o'clock kickoff. Come out to cheer on our guys one last time.
Did you know that today is National Cheeseburger Day?
No, I didn't. I love cheeseburgers.
Me too.
All this talk about cheeseburgers is making me hungry.
There's the bell. Let's see what's for lunch.
Good morning, Mickey. Today is Wednesday, September 18th, 2019. And today for lunch we are having hot dogs, chicken spaghetti, Uncrustable pack, deli sandwich pack, spicy fries, baked beans, coleslaw, peaches, with the choice of juice or milk. That's all for today. Now back to you in the studio.
That's all for today.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Mia.
And we're out of here.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Good